You earned respect in the crew by catching bodies or accumulating drug money. The Hood Stars sold fentanyl, crack, marijuana, cocaine, and xylazine.
The fuck is xylazine? A veterinary tranquilizer not approved for a human as a cutting agent in drugs like fentanyl and heroin. So you niggas is cutting the heroin with the fent and cutting the fent cut heroin with animal tranquilizer? Bro, what? You smoked a nigga because you didn't take your car back on time? Nigga, you can't just go rent a fucking car and take it back whenever you feel like it. Just cause you wouldn't. Bro, that's not how this shit work. And you gonna go smoke the nigga?
Shit. That's that baby Joe shit. It's smoke.
Alright, so apparently I talk too fucking much. So we just gonna get into the video now. So that's what y'all be wanting. I'll give y'all my antics later on, if that's the case. Sorry I be having fun before I get to record. My bad. Yeah.
Hartford, a major gang takedown. In fact,
see, I don't know what this is about. I just seen like, bro, I like being in school, Hartford, Connecticut. Hartford, Connecticut. I thought it was nothing but white folk out there. So we about to see what's up with the gang that reigned terror over Hartford, Connecticut. Bro, if you come to me and tell me that you just reigned terror over Hartford, Connecticut, I ain't even gonna say nothing crazy because there's hoods everywhere and I know that, but it's just gonna throw me off. I'm be like, bro, I ain't even know it was niggas out there. Like, I'm like, got me thinking like it's probably some niggas in Maine.
the violent gang has been terrorizing.
It's the Main Street Killer.
For more than a decade.
But a long FBI investigation has multiple gang leaders or associates in jail tonight.
This gang, this violent gang, is accused of murdering people, rival gang members, innocent people, dealing drugs, selling guns, just wreaking havoc on one of our cities. We're learning more tonight about the dark and bloody war between two rival gangs in Hartford. The FBI says it lasted for almost a decade.
The Hood Stars gang, its members and associates,
Hood Stars,
promoted a climate of fear in the Hartford community through violence and the threats of violence.
From 2019 to 2022, one gang turned Hartford, Connecticut into a battlefield. They pulled up in stolen cars, emptied clips in broad daylight, smuggled guns from out of state, then filmed rap videos bragging about it. Sadly, not just rival gang members, but also innocent civilians were caught up in their mayhem.
Look,
by the time
niggas, y'all ain't gonna stop doing this shit, so it ain't gonna never not be no content for me, gang. That's all I can say about this shit. Cause I've been outside and that shit don't lead to nothing but what he probably about to talk about. And whole lot of killing, death, and jail and brokenness at the end of the day. So hey bro, I don't know why y'all don't be looking at these videos and saying, yeah, they
federal
right.
agents
We should
caught
probably
up.
get the fuck
6
up out of
people
here.
were dead,
I don't
dozens more were wounded, and the city was left traumatized.
At least don't be
They
warned
went
with
from
niggas.
breaking local news to a federal RICO. The culprits responsible were none other than the Hood Star G's, and in this video, we'll be telling their story. But before we get into the video, please be sure to like and subscribe. The Hood Star G's, previously going by just the name Hood Stars, formed their organization in 2010. They controlled the areas of Capon Street, Westland Street, Enfield Street, and Main Street in Hartford, Connecticut. In 2011, one of their founding leaders was killed, leading to a new generation taking over. This generation was much more violent, reckless, and less organized. There was no hierarchy, no titles. You earned respect in the crew by catching bodies or accumulating drug money. Violence wasn't just a tactic, it was the culture. The Hood Stars sold fentanyl, crack, marijuana, cocaine, and xylazine-laced drugs across Hartford and into Vermont. They would purchase guns in Vermont using straw.
What the hell is xylazine? I never heard of. Y'all ever heard of xylazine? What? I'm glad I'm not outside no more. What the fuck is xylazine? Where my phone at? Hold up. When I'm looking at xylazine, there it is. A veterinary tranquilizer not approved for human use is known as trank on the street, often found as a cutting agent in drugs like fentanyl and heroin. So you niggas is cutting the heroin with the fent and cutting the fent cut heroin with animal tranquilizer. What the fuck? What? Yeah, y'all
buyers and
generation.
traffic them back into Connecticut. A straw buyer is a person who purchases goods or property on behalf of another person, concealing the identity of the real buyer. The hood stars would also steal vehicles, use them to commit murders, then burn them. And when they weren't sliding on rivals, they were recording drill tracks and flexing on social media. Their main war was with the Av gang, based just blocks away on Albany Avenue in the north end of Hartford. In January 2025,
The
a
Av gang?
15-count federal indictment named 7 key members of the Hood Stars as part of a racketeering enterprise. These weren't random names, these were the heavy hitters. Angel Rivera, also known as Rico or Slat, was the alleged orchestrator. He organized hits, supplied drugs, and was tied to several murders directly. Raekwon Knight, aka RQ, was Rivera's enforcer. He wasn't just a shooter, he was the kind of guy who DM'd a victim's mom with a laughing emoji the day her son was killed. Paul Downer,
FBI, open up!
Lock his
was
ass up.
also a shooter, known for shooting someone in the femoral artery over a drug debt in Vermont. Makai Thompson, aka Midnight, was considered one of the most dangerous members of the crew, allegedly involved in multiple murders. Paul Clark, also called Tommy Buns, helped manage trafficking and logistics. Tyshawn Walker,
Oh, they had
aka
this
Punk
shit down
Guapo,
pat.
was linked to one of the murders. And finally, there was Joshua Cruz, aka Hop Out Curly, who was also an alleged shooter. The Hood Star G's would go on a multi-year shooting spree, primarily targeting Av gang members, with innocent civilians also being caught in the mix.
Bro, how's the first nigga? Oh, that's
On April
he look like a little kid. I'm gonna say how's the first nigga smoked as a little kid, but
10th,
how old is
2021,
bro?
at
Av gang.
4:46 p.m., shots rang out near the 100 block of Magnolia Street. An Av gang member named Jamari Preston, aka Mari, was sitting in a car when 2 vehicles, a stolen Acura TL and an Audi SQ5, pulled up. Hood Stars members Rico, RQ, and Curly were in those vehicles and opened fire with rifle caliber weapons. Mari was struck multiple times. A 3-year-old child riding nearby was also shot. Mari was rushed to a nearby hospital but was pronounced dead shortly after arrival at just 16 years old. The Hood Stars would flee the scene.
Nigga, at 16, why y'all smoking 16-year-olds? What type time was bro on? Like, he don't look like he was, it looked like y'all got a low ranking, not even a low ranking member. They probably put the Av title on this nigga. I don't know shit. Let me just watch.
Abandoned the vehicles
I don't know,
and
bro.
set them on fire in order to destroy any evidence. Police later recovered both burned getaway vehicles. Following Mari's death, RQ would go as far as DMing his mother on Facebook to mock her about his death, and multiple Hood Stars members made songs dissing him. This was only the beginning of the murders they would commit. Less than a year later, on January 18, 2022, just before 7 p.m., Kendall Fair, better known on the street as Swerve, was shot and killed while parked on Mather Street. The gunman pulled up in a stolen Infiniti M37 and unloaded over 40 rounds, many from a modified Glock with a switch. Swerve died on arrival at the hospital at just 22 years old. 3 other people in his car were wounded. Rico, Pone Guapo, and Curly are alleged to be the gunmen in this incident. The police would later find the Infiniti burned to a crisp. The Hood Stars would celebrate this murder and go on to frequently mention Swerve in a disrespectful manner in their songs. On August 1st, 2022, around 12:30 a.m., shots were fired on Winter Street in Hartford. Av gang member Brian Evans, 23 years old, was sitting in a car with 2 others when gunfire erupted. Federal prosecutors allege Rico was the shooter, using blackout ammunition and a Glock modified with a switch. Brian was struck and rushed to the hospital, but pronounced dead shortly after. 2 others were wounded.
Crazy.
This shooting was believed to be retaliation for the May 2022 murder of a Hood Stars member named Jamie Holmes. Members of the Hood Stars believe that Brian was the one that killed him. Sadly, after this, the Hood Stars would go on to kill innocent civilians in back-to-back months.
Y'all just wait, what?
On September 14th,
Police!
7:45 p.m., a 28-year-old man named Devontae Gardner.
These niggas was just outside. They said, "Fuck it, we just gonna start killing niggas because we good at killing, so we just go start killing niggas." This nigga said back to back, innocent people then got killed. What?
Was walking near Park Avenue
What
and
are y'all
Garden
doing?
Street in East Hartford. Devontae was an employee of a rental car agency called Simple Auto Rental. He had rented a car to the Hood Stars member named Midnight, but it was not returned on time. Midnight and a car agency called Simple Auto Rental Street in 7:45 p.m. A 28-year-old man named Devontae Gardner was walking near Park Avenue and Garden Street in East Hartford. Devontae was an employee of a rental car agency called Simple Auto Rental. He had rented a car to the Hood Stars member named Midnight, but it was not returned on time. Midnight and Devontae would get into an argument over the return of the car. That same evening, Midnight and another Hood Stars member tracked him down. Once he found him, Midnight opened fire. Devontae was hit multiple times and taken to Hartford Hospital, where he was pronounced dead shortly after arrival.
Bro, what? You smoked the nigga because you didn't take your car back on time? What? Nigga, what? You was that mad that you didn't take the car back on time? I'm sure bro tried to work it out, or you got some more money. Nigga, you can't just go rent a fucking car and take it back whenever you feel like it. Just cause you wouldn't, bro, that's not how this shit work. And you gonna go smoke the nigga? What the fuck? So the nigga, bro. So the lady at the at the cash register got to be on extra alert, cause this motherfuckers out here that's gonna come around and smoke your ass if you don't bag their groceries correctly. What the fuck? Oh my God, bro. Rest in peace though, bro. Jesus Christ, he won't even pot of no shit.
On the evening of October 27, 2022, around 5:30 to 6 p.m., a 23-year-old man named Manuel Rodriguez was driving down New Park Avenue when his car was rammed into by another car being driven by Midnight. After striking Manuel's car, Midnight fled the scene, attempting to pull off a hit and run. Refusing to let it go, Manuel followed Midnight's vehicle down Hillside Avenue. Around 6:59 p.m., Manuel pulled up near the 500 block, at which point Midnight allegedly jumped out holding a gun and heartlessly shot Manuel. Manuel was transported to the hospital, but will ultimately pass away from his injuries. The evening of October 27, 2022, around 5:30 to 6 p.m., a 23-year-old man named Manuel Rodriguez was driving down New Park Avenue when his car was rammed into by another car being driven by Midnight.
Gang, what's up with you? You just smoking niggas? Cause you upset?
After striking Manuel's car, Midnight fled the scene, attempting to pull off a hit and run. Refusing to let it go, Manuel followed Midnight's vehicle down Hillside Avenue. Around 6:59 p.m., Manuel pulled up near the 500 block, at which point Midnight allegedly jumped out holding a gun and heartlessly shot Manuel. Manuel was transported to the hospital.
I'm a little iffy on that one, gang. I'm a little iffy on that one. I was judging bro at first, but he ran into you. Bro already in some shit, so he ran into you, and then you followed the nigga all the way home. I mean, you wouldn't know that you following a legit killer that just killed a nigga. But, like, gang, you don't never follow nobody home. Why didn't you call the police? What? Why would you do that? I'm doing the same thing he did. Bitch, if I leave I don't give a fuck what I did. If I leave the scene of the crime and I get all the way to where I'm going and I see you been following me and it ain't no police behind you, nigga, I'm hopping out and blicking too. I don't do your homework. I'm hopping out and blicking. Gang, I don't give a fuck. I'm gonna be honest with you. I'm like 80% on his side. Like I probably would have hopped out, pistol out. Like nigga, you got such like you nigga back up. You know, don't turn around, nigga. Back the fuck up, hit the driveway down that bitch, then turn around. You mean, then at that point, if the nigga just sitting there, like, if he decide he want to hop out the car and be all aggressive and yeah, you can get your ass smoked. But you gonna get a little bit of grace in the beginning, like, bro, I'm really not trying to pop your stupid ass, but nigga, but yeah, if your ass, if I pull up and you hop out before I do, oh, your ass is done.
Will ultimately pass away from his injuries. Eventually, all of the murders that the Hood Stars were committing would catch up to them and land them behind bars.
Well, new tonight, a major development in the fight against violence in Hartford. 7 alleged gang members are facing federal charges for some of the most violent crimes.
By the end of 2022, the chaos caused by the Hood Stars had finally reached a breaking point. The gang's brazen violence, public taunts, and increasingly reckless shootings had drawn the attention of federal law enforcement. Behind the scenes, agencies including the FBI, ATF, DEA, and the U.S. Attorney's Office were working closely with Hartford police to build a case. Over time, they connected the dots, linking
what
music
is
videos
that
to
fucking
real
gun that
shootings,
nigga keep
matching
putting in the
shell
screen?
casings to burned out vehicles, and pulling cell phone data that placed gang members at the scenes of
Bro,
multiple
you left the
homicides.
shells in the car after you burned it? What you gang, why would you do that? That's not smart. That's not smart at all. That boy Saucy Santana, ain't he? What the fuck? I did not mean to get your ass like that, boy. Your ass saucy. Of course them niggas was gonna catch up to these niggas, cause that's why we probably ain't never even heard of these niggas before, because police said, yeah, we not about to let another Chicago happen, and I could guarantee you this shit ain't going no unsolved up there unless, I remember what I was about to say, unless you leave shell casings in your car and keep the same guns that you using them to murder people. I'm not understanding. What is so hard? Y'all getting so much money. Get some more guns. Don't trade them off. Don't be swapping barrels. Cause it don't seem like y'all got a city to where you could do that. So, nigga, you need to, I mean, it's too late now, obviously. But, nigga, if that's what you doing, you supposed to toss them motherfuckers. If you into it enough with some niggas to kill them, you need to be into it with some niggas enough to where it's more money than what the gun is worth. You know what I'm saying? You need to be able to just use your gun and throw it. You don't need to be, oh, I got a gun and this the gun I use to kill niggas with, and this is also just my gun. You need to have you a everyday carry gun, some shit that you don't do nothing with except for self-defense situations. If you do, I'm not giving nobody no advice, but it's just not smart to keep the same gun, bro. And if you not into it with nobody enough to be replacing guns every time you do something, then nigga, you don't need to be don't nobody need to be killing, but nigga, what are you killing for? Shit ain't about nothing.
Numbers at the scenes of multiple homicides. In January of 2025, after nearly 2 years of surveillance and evidence gathering, the U.S. Attorney for the District of Connecticut unsealed a sweeping 15-count indictment under the RICO Act. The indictment charged 7 key members of the Hood Stars with operating as a violent criminal enterprise.
Hell yeah,
Among
they was.
the charges were
What the
6
fuck?
murders.
That wasn't. That's not even a question.
8 attempted murders, drug distribution across state lines,
FBI, open up!
and conspiracy to commit violent crimes. The indictment also included witness intimidation, as several members had threatened people online and in person to remain silent. When
Bro,
the feds
you can't.
executed their search warrants, what they found confirmed the scope of the operation.
You can't do
Officers
shit like
recovered
that.
over 5 pounds of fentanyl, along with quantities of marijuana, cocaine, xylazine, and oxycodone.
And animal
They also found
tranquilizer.
16 firearms, many with illegal Glock switches and extended magazines, as well as multiple stolen vehicles used in.
Y'all doing all this with 16 guns? 16 guns. 16 guns? Not 60. Nigga, I know niggas with 16.
Previous attacks. Laptops and phones contained music files and social media posts where Hoodstar members openly bragged about murders, taunted rival gangs, and mocked grieving families.
How many of y'all was
The
it?
songs weren't
This I'm sorry, bro. I don't this shit. Bro, how many of y'all was it? Is it? Cause if it's like 5 of y'all, 16 guns is probably straight. You know? But nigga, any more than 5 of y'all on 16 guns, don't get me wrong. And it's gonna be people out there saying 16 guns. What is it? That's a lot of guns. No, it's not. It's not really. It is, but it's not, bro. Like if niggas brought the hood out, niggas is coming outside. It's gonna be like 60 guns. I swear to God. So most niggas I know got at least 3-4 of them bitches, if not 6-7. So, I don't know, especially pistols. And then when you, like, niggas be going in on rifles and shit. 16 is crazy. Unless it's only 5 of y'all. But that shit, like, when it's 4 niggas on one blunt, that's all I'm saying, bruh. Like, it is enough weed in there for everybody to get high. But, like, at the same time, I don't know. I'm not trying to encourage nothing or talk shit or talk down. I'm just giving my opinions. Y'all give me y'all opinions. But
they were confessions. The 7 men arrested were Angel Rivera, known as Rico,
7 people.
Raekwon Knight, known as RQ, Makai Thompson,
7 people with
known
16
as
guns, so
Midnight,
one
Joshua Cruz, known as Hop Out
Everybody
Curly,
had
Paul Downer, known as Uwat Benji,
Everybody had
Paul
2 except
Clark,
for one person.
known as Tommy Buns, and Tyshawn Walker, known as Pone Guapo. Each of them now faces mandatory life in federal prison if convicted. RIP to everyone that passed away in this video. Pray for the city of Hartford, Connecticut. Let me know what you guys think about this situation in the comment section, and please be sure to like and subscribe. Thank you for watching.
Thank you, Fona. Hey, shout out to Fona TV, bro. Shit, I ain't know shit was popping like that out there in motherfucking Connecticut. Shit, but you know what they be saying? Everything be, shit be popping wherever, and that shit don't matter where you at. It's a hood wherever you go, nigga. Your ass can go to Alaska, your ass can go to Russia, your ass can go to Yugoslavia, Slovenia, nigga. It's gonna be a hood, So, shit, bro. Y'all be safe out there, bitch, bro. Be safe.
Shit. That's that baby Joe shit. It's Smkne.